they're doing. Grums here has a proof Sweet Baby Inc. ruins games. SBI game Flintlock by A44 Games has been overrun by the woke. I used to work here. Flintlock was a good project with lots of potential, then it was ruined. This last sentence is a quote, not directly from Grums himself. Before I go further, please note this is a rumor from a source that seems very knowledgeable about the studio's inner workings. Take that as it is. If others would like to verify, please DM me anon. The CEO and COO at A44 are no longer with the company, but the damage seems to have been done. The good devs at A44, I tell you how to fix this at the end of the thread. Do you know the protagonist of Flintlock used to be white? When COO and casting director Andrea Tops-Harjo joined the studio, her first actions were to change the character to hire Sweet Baby Inc. and change the main character to a POC.
Gee, Sally, your boyfriend lets you have 2 comms?
This marked the beginnings of the problems with the game and studio. Andrea Tops-Harjo is rumored to have used the company's funds and manpower to power her personal agenda and projects on initiatives not related to the game or even the studio itself. One such initiative that I found is Inclusion FX, a VFX company, an advocacy company, with shades of Sweet Baby Inc. Here's the bio from the company, and she held this position at Flintlock at the same time that she ran Inclusion FX. I asked and confirmed, yes, I have witnessed our UI artists making art assets for its website as their sprint tasks. And here's Andrea's bio. Producer and Inclusion FX founder. Andrea Tops-Harjo has worked in the entertainment industry for almost 30 years. She has worked for Sony Pictures on Contact and Starship Troopers, Cinesite on X-Men 2, Electronic Arts, Medal of Honor, Weta FX, Rise of the Planet of the Apes and The Hobbit, and James Cameron's Lightstorm Entertainment Avatar sequels. She produced 3 independent films, Secrets, All In, and The Available Wife, and served as Mind and Machine's VFX producer on Ridley Scott's Raised by Wolves. Andrea served as COO at A44 Games, Flintlock, in Wellington, New Zealand, and while there founded Inclusion FX, which is a platform designed to support and amplify underrepresented voices in the VFX for features, televisions, and game industries. Audrea continues her work with IFX while producing independent feature films and now resides in Washington, D.C. And on the Inclusion FX page, it says, Inclusion FX is a platform designed to support and amplify underrepresented voices in the VFX for features, television, and games. Our goal is to give the next generation access to role models by sharing the hero's journey of a diverse range of professionals. Our team are uniquely positioned to unite the voices of giants in the VFX and games industries and present their perspectives as a united group of heroes the next generation can look up to. This will be achieved by broadcasting an ongoing series of panels that anyone can access. Every 3 months, we invite individuals from traditionally underrepresented backgrounds from all aspects of visual effects, animation, and game development to impart their wisdom, survival skills, and hero's journey via the IFX online channels. You want to know if she's made parts of those games to be shit in comparison? I was just like, when you start looking into these things, there is no limit to the depth. Survival skills. Didn't you know that you need survival skills to be in the room around white people, and that's why you just shouldn't hire them anymore? They might commit microaggressions, and that's just exhausting. A VFX company's problem isn't diversity related, it's exploitation and overwork. They don't care. They're not actually trying to fix real problems. You want to know how she fucked up Medal of Honor, right? Aside from working with Sweet Baby Inc. and making changes to the game, Audrea also directed numerous changes in HR in her role as COO. In 2021, most developers were denied raises and evaluations were postponed for at least 6 months. Audrea told HR to inform anyone who complained or asked questions that the reason is because I said so. She also ordered the HR department to hide the salaries of the top execs of the company. HR tried to help, but were unable to get past this. The team was worried about the studio finances. Meanwhile, new hires and changes to the game resulted in a project where these people know nothing about how a video game is made. After nearly 2 years of these DEI changes at A44, the damage had been done. At this point, the studio was purchased for $175 million, an unusually high sum for a small studio, by the way, by Kepler Interactive in September 2021, a gaming collective fund whose founder also funded the Kowloon Knights Gaming Fund. It was at this point that Audria, the COO, left the company. Perhaps this was the start of a cleanup of the game's troubles. Help! The state of the game is unknown at this time, but it is believed to be in shambles after the 2-year round of DEI changes. Help! As we now know, A44 reached out to Kabrutus to refute SBI's involvement, saying they're no longer involved and all their changes reversed. But when Kabrutus asked for proof, they refused to speak to him any further. And I think that's obviously very weird. If like, there's got to be some kind of proof that they have reversed the changes. And I don't think asking developers for some sort of pre-release build of their games is ever going to work. I don't think that developers should be put in a position of, like, they need to hand over their entire early access build, because that brings in issues of, like, leaking, right? But I do think that they can provide screenshots, they can provide evidence of, like, this is what it was under these people, this is how we've changed it. They can show dialogue changes. They can show these things, right? Bring back demos. Yeah, or they could make some sort of public demo to showcase it. I just don't think that was a really out of touch request. I agree. I think it was really out of touch to ask developers for an early access build. And like as someone who worked closely with Gameforge, even as a trusted partner with them, that they were paying me. I was on their payroll. Even then, it was a long process to get access to their test servers. Like, it was difficult. That would never have worked. Indie devs still do demos? Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes they do demos. It depends on how far along they are in the process of setting up the game as well. Why does she say help after she hiccups? 'Cause it hurts. 'Cause it's painful. Kabruta says, another thing here, update. Ilisk, ops manager for Kepler. This is Lissy K. Oh, it's a watermelon. Ops manager for Kepler Interactive, the studio that bought A44 that we were just talking about. The studio that purchased A4... Oh, he says that next. The studio that purchased A44 is not happy with me breaking the story on Flintlock. A quick review of her homepage shows funding source is woke. Seems they won't be taking my advice or being honest with Kabrutus. And it says, absolutely fuming, vibrating off the fucking plane of reality, this piss-weak pseudo-journalism that the far-right Gamergate asterisk are taking is so vile. Incredible to see in real time and closer to home how wrong Grums, oh, he's got the asterisk, he's a special asset, is damaging, and how damaging he and his weird troop are. Yeah, how dare you look into what we're doing? How dare you? It's pseudo-journalism to look into what's going on around you. Here's my story. Good day, I'm Lissy, a video game producer by trade with a particular love for building and leading happy and engaged teams. I've grown diverse studios, shipped games, solved a million problems. Freudian slip. I'm the force multiplier with a pinch of optimism. I thrive in the strategic business world in order to create solid foundations for creativity. Lissy Kane is a video games producer and co-founder of Girl Geek Academy. She's currently a senior operations and grown manager for Kepler Interactive, as well as advisor for the Kowloon Knights Games Fund. She's also a board member of Vic Screen, a frequent advisor of game funds, and public speaker. Previous to this, she formed her production career at League of Geeks, a Melbourne independent game studio, with her last role being production director, which saw her shaping the production department and broader team. Forever looking to improve and learn, Lissy is also an executive MBA candidate at Australia's top business school, graduating in August 2024. He says, this looks to self-confirm that many funding sources in games are woke, as I previously discussed. And somebody else has some more information here. She protected all of her posts because, of course, you know. LissyKane.com, in preservation mode due to targeted online harassment. If you want to reach out, please use the regular channels. If you're experiencing online harassment, please review Take This's amazing resource here. Oh, we remember Take This Entertainment as well.